Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. I'm Vanessa Canby and today I'm going to be talking about stopping breastfeeding cold turkey. So this is something that I contemplated for a long time. I was going on holiday for a week away from the kids and I basically needed to stop breastfeeding. My daughter was 14 months old and I did start to try doing the, cut out a feed a day and all that sort of thing. And it did kind of work, but then I got ill and then I ended up just feeding her because I didn't want to have to deal with all the crying and all that sort of stuff. So basically it got to a week and a half before I was going away and I was still feeding her a lot. She was eating food, but whenever I was there she would just want to feed on me. I'm sure a lot of other mums out there can relate. So I needed to stop. So basically me and my husband decided, okay, we'll just stop cold turkey. So in this video I'm going to let you know what to expect from stopping cold turkey. So I wrote down day by day how I felt and how it was. So luckily for me I had my husband who could sleep in the bed with Maya, so we're co-sleeping, so it's normally me, him and her, but during this time, yeah, I know there's a cot there. It's deceiving, very deceiving. If she slept in that it would be good, but she doesn't. So I was lucky enough to have him and he volunteered himself up to sleep in the bed with Maya whilst this process was going on so that I could sleep in another, like in our spare bedroom on my own. Woohoo! Or so I thought it would be, woohoo. So, day one. I stopped at 9 AM on day one. That day was fine. That night, however, my boobs were not too bad, but did feel like they were getting fuller. Maya woke up every 30 minutes and cried with my husband. But I was in the other room to not make her smell the milk and all that sort of stuff. Day two, my boobs were engorged by this point. I was couldn't really move properly. Well, I could move properly, but when your milk's first coming in, it feels like that. So they were just really, really full. I didn't want to express too much because I didn't want to create more milk. But when I was in the shower, I would express a little bit to just ease that sort of very intense feeling. So that day I pumped by hand 3 times for 5 minutes. Definitely use cabbage. Cabbage was a lifesaver. You put the cabbage in the fridge, then you peel the leaves off and you put them on inside your bra. And it basically just cools them down. Apparently it's got some anti-inflammatory properties inside the leaves which help to, help you with the situation. But I don't know about that. All I know is that it makes them feel better when they're cold on them, when they're very engorged. That night Maya only woke up 3 times, so it was much better than the night before. She woke up 3 times crying. My husband just soothed her, patted her, held her, all that sort of stuff. And that night for me, I could only sleep on my back. I was that. I literally could barely move side to side. Just thinking about it is actually making my boobs hurt a little bit. It was not, it wasn't unbearable, but it definitely wasn't comfortable. So this basically went on. Day 3, they were much, I don't want to say sore because I'm not trying to put anyone off, but they were much more full, let's say. Engorged. I didn't wear a tight bra like some people suggest because I didn't want to get mastitis. I've had mastitis before and that was from wearing a bra that was too tight when I was breastfeeding in the early days and it was horrible. So I wore one during the day, like a breastfeeding bra, but at night I didn't, just so that I didn't get... So yeah, basically this went on for, let's say, about 5 or 6 days they were engorged. After that, it started getting less. So by, I'd say, a week and a bit, they were going down. So they were not engorged anymore. It was just kind of normal. Milk was still a little bit coming out, but for me, loads of milk never came out. Some people say, you know, their t-shirts are soaking and all that sort of stuff. That never happened for me. So by 1.5 weeks, I'd say that was it, back to normal. So literally by the time I went on holiday, my boobs were back to how they were before I was breastfeeding. Although tiny little bits of milk, I mean tiny, would come out from time to time, but nothing to really speak of. So yeah, in a 1.5 weeks, that was it. Gone, stopped breastfeeding. I was away on holiday for a week. Maya was actually surprisingly fine when I wasn't there. Apparently she was just like much better. She would sleep through the night, like everything when I wasn't there. As soon as I got back, of course, I then started sleeping in the bed with her for the first time, and she was waking up, or she still is. This is only like a couple of days after I get back. I'm making this video. She's waking up loads in the night, like 5-6 times, like moaning and crying. And I think it's because, you know, she associates me being in the bed with her with milk. So, you know, I'm hoping that this just gets gradually better as time goes on, but I do feel really sorry for her, my little baby. All she wants is mummy's milk. So yeah, if you can do the slow way, do it, because this way obviously can cause mastitis, and it is extremely uncomfortable, but it's bearable for a 1.5 weeks. The other way for me probably would have taken months, and I didn't have months at this stage. So yeah, if anybody's got any questions or anything, just comment in the comments box below. Let me know how you enjoyed this video, and I hope it goes well for you if you're just starting your journey on stopping breastfeeding your child. Obviously breastfeeding is the absolute best thing for your child, and if you can continue, definitely continue. The only reason why I stopped is because I was going away. I'm obviously just a person giving my own experience to you guys. I'm not like a professional. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this, and see you guys soon. Bye!